Hello everyone, welcome to my Unreal Engine tutorial series on how to create an open world game. So this time what I am going to show you is how to add two weapons to our character. So as you can see in this character, there are two weapons, a sword and some kind of a axe attached to the back of this character, and with the key number 2 this character can equip the second weapon, and with the key number 1 this character can equip the first weapon. And I haven't added any equip unequip animations to the character because to keep things simple, but I will add them in the next episode. But to keep this video length under 30 minutes, this is all I can do. Alright, but don't worry, we will add that later. So let's get started. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for your support, that means a lot to me. Also, if you want to support my channel, you can go to patreon.com/Premasiri. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Depending on the membership, you will have the access to various source code elements and also the full source code. Alright, so let's get back to work. Alright, so to implement weapon switching, I need at least two weapons. But for now, I have only one weapon that is attached to my character, into the back of the character like this. So this is another child blueprint, this one, and I have already explained how did I created this weapon blueprint, PP melee weapon, in previous videos. So now I'm going to create a child blueprint from that, and I'm gonna name it BPX because I have already imported an X 3D model to my project, this one. And also in this static mesh I have added a socket called hit location. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this static mesh as well. So I'll open it and add a socket, name it hit location, and place it right here. Okay, and yeah, well, so before adding two weapons, let's see if everything is alright with this child weapon. We can check it like this. I'll go to my, well, this is the main parent character of both CH enemy and CH player, so I'll give that new weapon to my CH player character only for testing. BPX. Ooh, yeah, this is a little bigger than the blade, so let's fix that. What is the size of this one? This is 1 right, and here I'll make it, instead of 1, like 0.8. Let's see in my player character. Well, that is still a little too big, but let's worry about that later. For now, I only need to check if that works as I expected. Right, it does work. And it even works with that charging effect as well. Right, so now how to give two weapons. Well, that's this weapon is attached to this sword strap, and yeah, I have a socket for that. That socket is called sword 1 socket. I'll open my skeleton, and where have I implemented sockets? Right here, this one. So this is sword 1 strap, and I guess I need one more weapon socket, and this socket is attached to left arm, so I'll add another socket to the right arm. Actually, not the right arm, in the same arm, but I'll duplicate. Can I duplicate this? No. So I'll add a new socket. Oh no, not like that. I have shoulder, add socket, right, and I'll call that one, well, I should have called that weapon 1 socket, but instead I have called it sword 1 socket, so therefore I will call this sword 2 socket, because sword is not generic enough. Weapon is generic or more abstract than the sword. Anyway, that's not a big deal. Right, now I will move that socket a little bit to the middle of the character, like this. Otherwise the two weapons will overlap. Okay, now what to do? I'll go to, well, I don't think many characters require two weapons, but no, let's implement that here. So this one, well, I'll change this back to sword, like this. Save everything before it crash, and here this sword strap is a scene component, so I'll duplicate that and add another component, weapon strap 2. Now I will rename this one for the clarity, weapon strap 1. Okay, can I move it here? No, I can't. No problem. So the first weapon should be here, and the second weapon should be under this one, without any rotation or offset. Well, right, I should attach this to sword 2 socket, like this, and also I have to fix the location of this one, like this. Right, now it has two weapons. I'll name this weapon 2 and this weapon 1. Okay, and for the second weapon I'll add, first I should change this back to 1, because if we keep that kind of scaling we might run into problems. Then I'll go inside this blueprint and change this size to 0.7. So therefore everything is inside that blueprint, so the scale is we would have less problems because of that, right? And for the weapon 2 I'll give that X. Well, that X is too big. I'll make the size of it 0.5. Let's check. Right, that seems good for now. Okay, let's play and check. Right. Okay, so how do we switch these two weapons? Well, I think I have already implemented a method called toggle weapon. Yeah, actually it is toggle sword. I should have, right. So this is toggle sword and this is toggle sword macro. Let's check inside this. Toggle armed, right? Okay. So here I'm gonna do only some changes. Instead of sword, I'll call that weapon equipped, because we are not going to have only a sword anymore. We will have multiple weapons, so this would make more sense. And this macro, instead of toggle sword M, I'll rename it to toggle weapon M, right? And then as an input to this macro, I'll define a new parameter called weapon number, an integer. So this would be used to determine if I am going to equip the axe or sword, or in other words, primary weapon or the secondary one. And with this weapon number, I already have a variable called current weapon. I should put that under fight. I need this one, and also based on the weapon number I need to do a select, and as the option 1 and 0 and 1 I need weapon 1 and weapon 2, like this. Okay, and after that, let's say I'm going to use one keyboard number 1 key for weapon 1 and 2 key for weapon 2. So if I press number 1 when I already possess or equipped weapon 1, then it should cancel. So I should check that first. Equal So I should perform weapon switching only if these two weapons are not equal. So that means I should perform in the false. And I think I'm gonna have to change everything after this point now. So first I'll put these two things aside, and what this part does is equipping and unequipping. So right, break, and I don't need this part. So this part is doing equipping. Right, so I'll connect this one here, and I'll disconnect this one for now. So this is equip part. That means it is going from the back to hand socket. And what should go to back to hand socket is the weapon that I am going to equip. That means not weapon 1. That means whatever the weapon I am getting here. So this one instead of weapon 1. And then if I have, but before I do this part, if I already have any weapon in my hand, it should go to the back of the character. So back to the weapon strap. So that means I should, well, I'm not going to play this montage again. So I'll do it like this. I'll play the montage here and add some delay. First I should check if I already have a weapon in my hand. So how do I check that? Well, not necessary to check, so that is the current weapon. That means instead of weapon 1, the current weapon should go, but the problem is this current weapon is an actor instead of a scene component. Well, to make things simple, let's forget about these animations altogether. And so that means all of these things. So I'll put them aside. Let's worry about that later. And let's take only switching part. That means without any kind of animation, the weapons will be switched instantly. Right. So also I think I have made a little mistake here, because this is an actor reference and these are child actor component object references. So I should do it like this. Select, and this I should get child actor, put it here, and this one also get child actor and put it here. So only then I can compare with this one. Oh, right. Okay, So the next thing I should do is I'll based on the weapon number select I'm gonna do it like this. So weapon option 0 means no weapons, option 2 means option 1 means the first weapon, and option 2 means the second weapon. Option 2 means no weapons, that all the weapons should be in my bag and my hands are free. And here for this one I need these weapon straps, right? Weapon 1 and 2, right? So okay, and also I need this hand socket. So whatever the weapon I get here, I should attach that to the hand socket like this. Attach to component. When this is false, attach to component, and the parent is hand socket. This should be snap to target. Keep world. And the current weapon or the other weapon should go to the back. So how do I get the other weapon? Guess I should do it like this. Put this one into the option 2 and this one into the option 1 and index to this, right? And the output of this one should go to whatever the input I get here, and I should do that only if I get a valid is valid this one valid should be valid, and also this one should also be valid. Actually I'm not sure, I haven't tested this before earlier, so I'm not 100% sure if this would work. So we have to do this and find out. I should have done a valid node here as well. If not valid, this should directly go to here. And I need the same attached to component here, and plug this one here, and the target is this and the parent is this. Then after this I should set current weapon as the one I get here. Okay, I'm pretty sure I will get some problems and exceptions, but let's check anyway. So here, well, I need another couple of events. Under settings, project settings, input, action mapping, I have this toggle sword, so instead I will rename it to toggle weapon 1. And similarly I need another weapon 2, and that should be keyboard key 2. And also I need another weapon height or sheath weapon, and that should be keyboard 0. Now I'll quickly go back to my human class and compile. Yeah, as expected, I got a warning here. Okay, and toggle weapon 1 and toggle weapon 2. Do I need this part yet? Still, I don't think I need. Yes, so therefore I'll break this one and remove this equip part. Okay, right. One more error. Right. And right. Okay. Now here as the weapon number I should give 1, and here as the weapon number I should give 2. And sheath weapon, for this one I need to use the same macro and give 0. Alright, time to check. So here my character, first I'll press number 2. Okay, it went to the hand, and then I'll press number 1. Okay, the axe came back to the back and the sword go to the hand. 2 1 2 1. Right, but 0 is not working for some reason. Let's quickly check that as well. Yeah, so here when I put 0, I'm not getting any weapon here as the output of this. So therefore I will have this one, of course. Okay, and the other problem is when the weapon number is 0, I get the index as the 0, and the output of this one also invalid. So this part will never take place. Okay, so how to solve that problem? But I think I'll do that part in the next video, because this video has already taken about 30 minutes. Alright, so see you in the next episode. Goodbye. In the next episode, I promise I'll do the weapon switching like this. When I press 2, The second weapon will go to my hand, and when I press 1, the first weapon will go to my hand with animations, not without animations. And also when I press 0, it is not working as for the moment. All the two weapons will be in the back and my hands will be free. And also I will restore the fighting as well. Alright, goodbye.